feel like everybody wants to move away until it's time to move away. Hi, I'm Jasmine. I am 35 years old, just turned 35 on August 2nd. And I moved from Cincinnati, Ohio to Dallas, Texas to start over. And baby, it's been a year and I'm going to tell you all about it. Okay. So initially I decided I wanted to move to Houston. Like I was just in love with Houston. I always wanted to move away and I never would move away. It was just like I would always get cold feet. So I wanted to move to Houston. My baby sister was already living in Dallas. My mom was going to move to Texas, and my older sister was going to move to Texas. I don't know where they were moving to, but I was moving to Houston. So in 21, my mom passed away, and I was like, all right, I'm going to move down to Dallas. Like, I'm just, going to start over, blah, blah. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to move to Houston. But then I ended up getting pregnant, and I was still going to move to Houston, but I don't know, something happened. I left my baby daddy. No, but anyway. So my little sister's like, you got a new baby, you may as well move to Dallas. So I said, okay, cool. So I started like looking for places. I was gonna buy a house, blah, blah, blah. I ended up renting a condo, like literally signed a lease, had my little sister come check it out on FaceTime, whatever. Signed a lease in April, and then I had my peoples move my stuff down in May, and then I moved in June. June was the first time that I saw my place. So I'm an event planner. I own an event venue in Cincinnati. I'm a travel agent. All of my stuff is self-employment. I don't have a job. I haven't had a job since 2020. And I have 3 kids. Currently, they are 13, 8, and 1. So it was a lot to start over. Like I had to rebuild my business. I had to find somebody to help assist with like cleaning and operating my physical business in Cincinnati, and I needed to get my children enrolled in school and adjusted to being Texans. So it was a lot, and I'm going to go through everything that I went through in the first year and how I was able to manage, and then I also go through all the things that I am doing now to manage and try to grow. So for me, moving was stretching me personally, professionally, like emotionally, everything. Starting over is very difficult, but fuck it, I'm a rough rider. It is what it is. So I just felt so free when I first got here. Like, whoo, I left my little toxic relationship. I'm starting over. I was just free. I wasn't really even worried about like building the business here. Like I had some business connections, but stuff was just coming as it went. I was so focused on making sure that my children were adjusted into school, making friends, just the Texas heat, all of that. And at that point, my daughter was like 6 to 9 months or something like that. So it was just an adjustment. But I made the best of it. So what I did was I created a new Facebook page specifically for Dallas. I don't really ever send friend requests, but baby, we in new territory, we gonna do what it do. So I started sending people friend requests like that seemed interesting and aligned with me. I joined a whole boatload of groups: DFW Black Moms Walking, Dallas Social Butterflies, DFW Friends Moms, anything with DFW in it, I was joining. DFW Black Businesses, party event vendors, blah, blah, blah. I joined as many as I could find. I joined neighborhood groups. I joined like Black business owners, Boss Babes of Texas, DFW Boss Babe Networking Group. So I ended up finding people from those groups to connect with. We would go for lunch, brunch, play dates, whatever. I put my youngest son in football. I joined that football team. It was an experience. I met a couple of moms from the football team that I still interact with now. But I literally was just showing up and put myself out there. When I was in Cincinnati, I didn't really have to network. I had business coaches and everything, and they like, Jazz, network. And so when they would see me networking, it would be like, yay! Because I don't network. Like, I'm an introvert. But this pushed me out of my shell. Like, they literally said, your growth is when you step outside of your comfort zone. So that's literally what I've been doing. I've been here since June 2023. It is currently August 2024. And I'm just showing up. So I go to a couple of networking events here and there. I do link ups. I meet with girls who have the similar interests, or they just, it's like, oh, you cool, you cool. I pray every day. Every single day I pray, like, God, please bless me and align me with the people who are suited for me at my highest self to fulfill the purpose that you have for me. And I pray that specifically because I don't want him to align me with people that are aligned with me in my current state, so then I can stay where I'm at. But if they're aligned with me in my higher state, then maybe I'll grow, vice versa. And then if they're aligned with the purpose that he has for me, everything will flow easy. When I first got here, I didn't pray that prayer, and I met a couple of weirdos. Only a couple, though. And so now I literally pray, like, God, keep the weirdos away. So I pray all the time. What else? I did meet this girl, Jerica, from the Dallas Social Butterflies group, and now we have our own little group chat that's still from the Dallas Social Butterflies group. And we locked in, that's boo. And I met a couple of other girls that, are pretty cool. I don't play that little friendship word. I don't use that lightly. So if I say, like, oh, this is my friend, like, oh, that's deep. Like, it's, it's solid. But I met a couple of girls. I have some homegirls that I can go to lunch with, or, I can have discussions with, like, about business, boys, and etc. I steer clear of boy crazy girls and money hungry girls because they would kill you. If y'all really want me to go into depth about that, that's something completely different. But I steer clear of those, so I pray, to keep those away as well. Because, baby, I'm about my paper, but I have morals, and I'm a genuine person, like, really. So, anyway, I just want to take y'all on this journey because when I first moved and people knew that I moved, like, a lot of people still don't know I moved until, like, somebody say something, and they're like, wait, you moved? I mean, I know you be out of town all the time, but, like, what? So, but when people would find out that I moved, they were like, can you help me? Like, how did you move? Like, what? Like, we overthink a lot of things, especially single moms. It's like, who gonna watch my kids? I don't have any support, everything like that. So for me, when my mama died, everything I don't have support. Like, my mama was it. Like, hey girl, hey mom, I'm on my way to your house. I'm about to drop these kids off so I can go to the airport and go to Africa. And my mama is like, okay, come on girl, whatever. No big deal. I don't have it. Like, my sister, she was like 10 toes in, but now she has seizures and she worked 35 jobs. I don't know. It don't make sense to me, but okay, girl, get your paper. So, like, our support was our mom, and my mom left. My daddy, he cool, but he a daddy. Like, he ain't babysitting no kids for real. Like, he watched my kids one time. He had my kids one weekend while I was out of town. I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna never ask him to do that again, because, yeah. But anyway, so what else? Yeah, so at that point, I was just like, I mean, I don't really have the support here, so it doesn't matter. That's not a factor. Like, my friend, she like, I can't move. I got such and such here. Like, all my support system is here. She got a real good support system. I don't have that. So as far as, like, my children, it is what it is. I don't have a 9 to 5, so I don't have to worry about daycare as far as that, going to work, etc. I do want to get a job so that I can, like, meet more people and, get things accelerated. But I really be in these groups, in these networking groups, heavy. Like, I show up like I've lived here for years. Also, it's just, I mean, at this point, like, I realized when my mom passed that life is short. It's like, I used to grow up with here today, gone tomorrow. Like, baby, my mom was here today, gone today. So for me, it's not, I don't take life lightly. Like, I really enjoy life to the fullest. I've done so many new things and experiences just in this short little 1 year. I've done cake decorating classes, paint and sips. Like, I know paint and sip has been around for a long time, but baby, I was not interested in doing no paint and sip. I was really in grind mode. Like, my event venue has been booming for the last 4 years. So I was busy, like, and then I was able to squeeze in travel because travel is my self-care. But the painting sip was cool, and I went with like a group of girls from Facebook that I had met from Facebook, and we like do like meetups, and we kind of overdue for a meetup, so I'm gonna have to pull old girl coattail like, what's up? But yeah, so I've done a bunch of things. Like I go to the club, like I would go to the club by myself, standing on tables, sober as, cause your girl don't drink, smoke, or do crack. But, but like I'll be at the club by myself, like, you know, people will see me out, like I post on my stories, stuff like that, and they like, oh shoot, like she lit. Like I'm able to be whoever I want to be here because they don't know me, and the person that I want to be is me. Like I'm able to be my whole authentic self. People don't know like if I got money or don't have money, so they're not asking me for stuff. Like when I'm back home, it's like I have to put out all these fires and help everybody. Now it's like the only thing I could do is send y'all some money. I can't like run and pick up nobody's kids. I can't run to the rescue for this, that. Like, so it's a lot more peaceful, but it does get like lonely at times, like that. Not lonely because like I said, I got people here or whatever, but sometimes it's like, dang, like I do miss my friends back home. They miss me, and you know, whatever. I had one friend come down here, like literally came down to Dallas specifically for me when I had my vision board brunch this January, and we had a good time. Like we were outside, we went to eat, we went to the club, we was everywhere, we was shopping, all type of stuff. Like we had a real good itinerary, and I really appreciate her for coming down. Like that meant a lot to me. So yeah, like it's all just an adjustment. I would definitely say like if you want to move somewhere, to just go like visit, check it out. I came to Dallas twice before I actually moved here, and I had went to Houston so many times. I used to go to Houston at least like once a month, for like 5 days at a time by myself, just to check it out. I was meeting with realtors. I was trying to open up a venue there. I was meeting with event planners, you know, travel agents, stuff like that. Just getting to know the place, partying, enjoying life. But then when it came to me moving to Dallas, like I literally had been here in 2019, and then I came in 2023 when my baby was 3 months for a job interview, and then I didn't take the job. I was like, I can just pay the rent with my business, whatever. So I didn't take the job. So anyway, I only been here twice, and I didn't even see my place in person until I like moved in. Like I came down here, and that was like after midnight, so it was darkish stuff. So yeah, it was definitely not what I expected. Like we've been living in a house for like a long time, so now this is a condo. It's like a townhouse, but I mean it's not bad, but sharing walls is terrible. So like I don't recommend. I'm really ready for my lease to be up so I can move into a house. But Dallas is so huge, like, so I can drive an hour and still be in Dallas, like, so that is like mind-blowing to me. But so trying to figure out where I'm at, where I need to be, and etc., that has been pretty much my main goal of living here. So some of the things that I have done to like navigate is, like I said, I'm in these groups. But anytime like something is like 30 to 45 or 45 to an hour away, I don't fret, because I don't know what's what and what is what. So I'm not going to shy away from a long drive, because I might like that area, and that might be where I settle at. The area I am in now is not up to my liking. I call it Jurassic Park. It's like an old area, like with old people. They're retired, they're settled. It's not like a whole bunch of new families moving in. It's like some businesses that are closed down, but they have like new business they're opening up. But it's like they're trying to revive the area, but it's still dying. So it's like, oh, let's resuscitate, and it's like like, you know, like basically flatlining, coming back to life, flatlining, coming back. Like, that's how I feel about it. Like, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, I know that they're trying, but it's not to my liking. Basically, I do like areas like Addison. I went to Cedar Hill a couple of times, which is pretty a distance from where I currently live, and I've been to DeSoto. I like Cedar Hill. I like Addison. I like Plano and Frisco. I'm a suburbs girl, but I'm a city girl, so it's like I have to be in the suburbs because I have children. But like I want the city perks of being in the suburbs, like, or maybe like mid suburb, like suburb, like city suburb, like I don't know. But yeah, so I'm just like trying to adjust. So like I went to like the Colony when I first got here. I had met these girls. They did picnics and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I do picnics, like not for real. I'm really like outdoor events, but I do picnics if you know they can. So I went to meet with them, and it was like 55 minutes. Like the drive back is always shorter than the drive there. But I'm like, sheesh. So me and baby Jazz, we went, and then it was cool. The food was cool. I'm just looking around like, oh, I gotta bring my kids here. Like, this is what. And so what I tend to do is whenever I'm somewhere, I compare it to Cincinnati. So like when I'm talking to my friend, like I told him, like I said, so I basically live in Mount Healthy, which is an area in Cincinnati, and my little sister lives in Clifton, which is also an area in Cincinnati. So it's like as far as distance wise, but then it's also as far as the type of neighborhood too. So like when I say that to my friends, they understand. It gives them kind of an idea of what I'm talking about. So yeah, what else did I do to get adjusted? So basically the first 3 months I spent that like coddling my kids, catering to my kids. So we were going to the water park, we were going to bowling, skating, all type of like activities. And I'm a traveler, so I typically would go out of town like once or twice a month. But I kept, you know, trying to hold off on traveling because I feel like I'm traveling by moving here and getting to know the land. Like this is like a vacation, even though it's hot as shit, you know, and I was living a regular life. It was still like vacation, if that makes sense. It makes sense to me, so that's what I'm saying. So we did, you know, a bunch of things. My oldest son was going back home to Cincinnati to live with his dad so that he can go to his school that he really wanted to go to. He had auditioned and got into and whatever. So that was the idea. And I'm not even gonna lie, I already knew that he was gonna be back by Christmas. But baby, my baby was back for Thanksgiving. And no tea, no shade, but just, you know, daddies can't rock out like mamas. Like, and I also really feel like it was his wife. His wife really didn't want him there, but it's cool. They cool. Like, I ain't gonna beat them up or nothing today. But yeah, so I was really trying to just like make my son enjoy it so that he wouldn't have to go to his daddy and he would want to stay. This little boy was really geeking to go up there. And I mean, it was cool for him while he was there. He had like some issues. They had issues with him being there or whatever. And they sent my baby back. And I was upset because I felt like it hurt my son's feelings. And we know how moms are. We do not play about our kids. And second of all, I was upset because I'm like, bro, you couldn't even last 3-4 months. But then I was happy because our baby was home. I was like, I'm so happy you're home. So yeah, don't worry, this is gonna be a whole little series. So I'll go into like details, like, cause can't nobody be me, so I can tell whatever I want to tell. But I'll go into details. But the main focus of this is I want to give people hope that they can start over. I want to give people like inside knowledge of how I was able to start over. And it was like not the traditional way. A lot of people say, oh, just apply for a job. And who? I don't want no job. Like, I kind of do. I told you I do for the reasons that I want a job. But at the time, like, that was just stupid. And I was really nervous about getting a job because I had a new baby and I didn't know people. And at that time, it was like all this stuff about like human trafficking, kidnapping, murderers, just everywhere. And I'm like, bro, I refuse. So you can do it. Like, don't just sit there wondering what if I move, what if I move. You're not gonna know if you're just sitting there wondering what if. You actually have to get your butt up and move. Like, figure that. You really gotta move to find out what it's gonna be like if you move. I will say, like, the first thing that I will say stood out to me is I breathed a lot different. Like, I felt like I didn't have as much pressure on me. Now, as far as like managing my business remotely, the pressure's be coming, and I'll talk about that probably like part 3. But right now, I'm gonna just tell you, not even gonna lie, I had a couple of sponsors, I had a couple of businesses, and my second kid's dad, he be helping out, like he be taking care of us too. So that's how I was able to manage. I know a lot of people would get a job and then move. So you have the option, or remote jobs. I don't know how that worked. I had a remote job for like 4 days, and that was training. So yeah, I had a remote job for 4 days, and that was training. So I don't know, but you kind of just gotta figure out like what you want to do and how you want to do it. My journey is gonna be completely different from everybody else's journey. And that's perfectly fine. There is no right or wrong way because everybody is different. For me, I want to be comfortable. I want my kids to be comfortable. I want things to flow easily. For others, that might not be the case, and that's cool. Like, but for me, that's my main focus. Just making sure that my kids are comfortable and they have their needs and what I want them to have. My kids chill, so they don't really ask for too much. So it's really be me, like with all the extra stuff. So yeah, so that's what I did. If you have children, you can join a little league. Because I met a couple little ladies that way. It did help me with navigating, because we had to go places like for football games and stuff like that. I need to find a soccer team for my son because he's real good at soccer, but he hasn't played soccer in maybe a year and a half, so I don't want him to lose it. Like, he got a natural athletic ability, but he don't like football. I think he doesn't like football because he don't like getting hit. He's sweet and kind and caring, and he really active and energetic, but he's not rough. So I don't know, but I need to find him a soccer team. What else? And then I want to do a significant portion on how I am building my business here, as opposed to and so that'll kind of be as I'm going along, I'll give a view of it, what I have done and what I plan to do, and then as I do those things, that it be a separate video, and that's just specifically for those who own businesses. And every business is different, but I'm pretty sure that the advice that I give or my experience could help in some type of manner, even if it's if I say 3 things and only one thing is helpful to you, that's perfect. One is one new thing. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing in a nutshell. So if you want to hear more about my journey of moving from Cincinnati to Dallas, and how we are adjusting, then let me know. Type in the comments basically what you are interested in knowing about the journey, and I'll cater it towards that degree. I'm still gonna do what I want to do, but I also want to make sure that it makes sense for you guys as well. So yeah, definitely type that in the comments. And again, you never gonna know what it's like. Let me repeat that again. There's no point in just sitting around wondering what if you move, if you're not going to move. You may as well just move and figure it out, because no matter what you think in your mind, it's going to be different. It might be a little bit the same. For instance, when I moved to Dallas, I was completely shell-shocked about how far everything is, how big it is. I'm this Dallas, and it's so confused. They're like, oh, you live in North Dallas. Oh, this is South Dallas. But Forney that's north of Dallas, but that's not North Dallas. That's not Dallas. And Fort Worth is south of Dallas, but that's not Dallas. It's not South Dallas. Fort Worth is Fort Worth. Forney is Forney, but Richardson is Dallas. I'm huh? What? So it's a lot to figure out. I'm still learning as I go. And I just feel life is just about learning. So no matter what that is and what that looks like for you, You just kind of have to figure out your way of doing things.